Okay, so welcome. I am so new with Zoom. I don't really know what I'm doing. And I don't know if there's anyone there. I don't know how to see that either. I thought maybe there is no one. But I'm going to go ahead and do this anyway. And if someone joins in, then most welcome. And if you're already here, then most welcome. And I really hope that you can hear me. And this today we have Lionsgate group online meditation. And it is the 8th of August 2020. And the Lionsgate is a portal, an energetic portal that we are moving through right now. It started shortly after the last full moon on the 26th of July, and it will go on until the 12th of August. And today it peaks. And Lion is because of we are in the season of Leo, and the gate is said to be, this is an energetic gate that enhance our energy, the energy of insights, creativity and intuition. And I don't know if you started to feel it going back since it started. I definitely have. I've got like every third night I don't sleep, like maybe I get 1 or 2 hours. And the funny thing is that when even if I haven't been sleeping, I'm not that tired that I should be during the day. So it's a bit of mystery, but I'm thinking it's the energetic download that is going on. And I've also got this feeling that it is a bit like we have got this switch turned on from the inside and out. So usually, or a lot of the times when we're working with energies, we are working with energies that is helping us clear our layers. And then of course, when we get the help of clearing, that is beautiful and amazing, but it's still up to us to take the choice to work with that, to recognize that there is something new that has come into our sphere, our life, our energy, or to recognize it and go with it and choose it. So it's a little bit of clearing, and then we have to recognize it. But what I do feel about this energy that's been going on, and as I said, peaking today and then fading out until the 12th, is that it's coming from within. So it's not about we getting help clearing the energy, but it's about us breaking through the energy. And I think that is a completely different story, because then when we break through the energy, it already comes from us. So we are already there. We don't have to make the choice, or we don't have to recognize it, because it's coming from within. So that's my feeling of this Lionsgate, that energy that we've been going through. And it's every year. And going back in time, it was it's every time this year the Nile in Egypt would flood over, and it is because of the star Sirius being aligned with the sun and Earth, and that would make this the Nile to burst over. And also for the Egyptians then made it very special. And I've read that the pyramids in Giza is aligned with Sirius on this day. So I'm thinking they knew something that we maybe forgotten, or maybe someone knows all the details, but I just go with the vibe and the energy. And I've never been to Giza. I've been to Luxor twice with my, when I was doing this meditation masterclass, and we went, I think it was 2007 and 2009. And I remember the first time I went, I didn't have any clue why I joined. I just knew I had to be there. And I remember the first night when we were sitting down and everyone was saying why they were there, and everyone had this vision or thought or feeling. And I just remember I was like, I have absolutely no idea why I am here. And then the first thing we did the morning after, we did a meditation where we were told to go and sit by ourselves and connect and write down why we were here. And I thought, yeah, I have no idea, and I have no idea how this will, how I will know this. And I've been then meditating since 2004, and again, I didn't see or get anything in the meditations. Maybe if I was lucky, a bit of color, but I just knew it was something I had to keep doing, and something within me just keep pushing me. And that first day when we sat down, and I thought I order a coffee and at least I can have a nice moment drinking some coffee. And I sat down and I opened my pen and paper, and it just was an overload. It was like I stepped into another dimension almost, and I could see myself. And I could feel myself being me, the 2007 me, while watching this ancient other person. So that was my breakthrough, and after that for my channels, I believe, and after that I've been more visual when it arrives, and I started to understand and see what was happening on these journeys for me. And today I felt I don't know, a bit dizzy. And this morning I got this information that this energy that is coming right now, it is actually like when the Nile is flooding, because it's overflowing us from the inside and out. And just like when the water floods, it just breaks through everything in its path. And then when it retracts, it just makes this beautiful, abundant soil to feast and to grow from. So that is what is, that's the information I got, that what is happening right now, that we are being flooded. We are being flooded with this beautiful energy that is opening us from the inside and out. And when it retracts, probably on the 12th of August, then we have this beautiful soil to grow our life from, and spiritual journey. So yeah, I'm feeling it is strong. And I know that with Zoom I can't be on too long, because there was some restriction with the minutes. So I'm just going to let us get straight into meditation, whether you are here right now or watching this on YouTube or some other place. So I'm going to give you a short moment to sit back and relax, and we soon start the meditation. So let's start by taking 3 deep breaths. Then imagine that there is a red healing earth energy that is coming from Mother Earth, and it's going up through you and around you, covering your body inside and out, and continuing up and out into the sky and the universe. And we now have this red healing earth energy keeping us grounded on this journey. Then imagine that there is a similar pillar of divine bright light, the universal energy that is coming from above, and it's going down through you and around you, covering your body inside and out, and continuing down into Mother Earth. And we now have this divine universal energy keeping us balanced on this journey. And we take another deep breath. And imagine that you are standing out in a desert, and it is nighttime, and it's a beautiful starry sky. And it's a warm, clear night. And we are standing here looking up into the sky. Maybe you see some shooting stars. And we are just feeling relaxed, almost a bit in love with the night, with the universe, or at least warm, loving feelings towards the universe. And as we are standing here, there is one star that is shining beyond all the stars. It is shining extra bright, so impossible to not see. And it's keeping our focus, or attracting our focus. As we are standing here on Earth, looking up out into the universe, and there is a vibration that is coming from our heart chakra. Without us putting in any effort, it's almost like it is recognizing this beautiful star. The vibration is going through the air, through the sky, out into the universe, and towards this strong, sparkling star. And it's going all the way our vibration from our heart chakra, the middle of our chest, and it's going all the way until it reaches the star of Sirius. And see if you get any feeling or sensation as it anchors in. And if nothing, don't worry, just by you being here listening to this, your energy is doing the work for you. So you can just sit back, relax, and keep on following the journey. And as we attach our vibration to this spiritual sun of Sirius, there is a wave of light going through the universe, reaching the earth, reaching us. Lightening up the place where we are staying. nothing beyond. Lightening up everything in its path. With this beautiful energy. And we are just standing here, letting it move through us. Every part of our body. Strengthening our light, our connection. And if you have any vision or images coming up, let them just come and float by without holding on or trying to control. And as we're standing here out in the desert, connected to this beautiful spiritual sun, there is a tone or a sound that is moving through the ground. Like a tone from the universe. And maybe you can even feel it under your feet as a soft vibration. That is awakening. Anything still asleep, within us, around us, and it's moving through the earth, and it's almost like we are. Like energetic hubs that keeps it moving around the world. Every place you are, all listening to this, is being reached by this beautiful awakening energy, just by you being here with your energy. And there is a feeling of gratitude coming from Mother Earth and Father Universe. Feeling of gratitude towards everyone. That is connecting, that is here on Earth. Participating in this beautiful energetic net, whether aware of it or not. And there is a beautiful feeling of gratitude towards everyone listening here, taking this active step and connecting and being the hub of light, or a lighthouse of light. And we are letting it move through us. And maybe you start to feel lighter in your body, connected to the universe. Maybe you see yourself part of the starry sky, as well as a human being on Earth. So we are both, or all. And we connect to the water. Feel how it moves. And we connect to the wind. Feel its strength and serenity, peacefulness. And we connect to the earth. With its beautiful joy and colorful creativity. And we are connecting to this star, the spiritual sun. That is igniting our body, our energy, our life. And we are just staying in this transition of energetic exchange with the energy going from our heart chakra to the star, from the star and back and through the earth. Maybe you feel the presence of the moon as well. On its way out from the full moon. It is like we are a symphony of energy. And in all this, there is a portal that is being lit up as we are in this vibration. And maybe you see it as a small door or a giant door. Maybe it's just an opening. Let it, whatever comes up for you, be the right thing for you right now. And again, if you don't see anything, don't worry. We now have the option, if we would like to walk through this portal, or if we would like to stay where we are. And there is no hurry, you can always come back and do this when you feel ready, if that is not today. And if you don't know, then you can ask your energy to decide for you and see what happens. And if you pass through this portal, it is like the sky is lighting up. As it's being closed behind us. We are walking into a new energy, a new reality, you might say. Lovingly supported, lovingly sharing, and with all the gratitude from the universe and the spiritual son of Sirius and Mother Earth. And it's almost like there is a celebration for us reaching here, taking the step. And again, if you don't feel this is for you today, then don't worry. The energy is here for you when the time is right. And we are staying in this celebration a little bit longer. Celebration of light, of love and joy. And of this infinite connection. And we take a deep breath. And if you like, you can set your intention to keep this flow open for you to connect to. But we have now stepped through the portal into this new energy for us. It's like we are being asked to hug ourselves or pat ourselves on the shoulder or the back for work well done. It's like we are here. And we take another deep breath. And we start to return back to the place we started, out in the desert with our mind, our consciousness. And we give thanks to Mother Earth and for the universe and our higher self, and to this beautiful spiritual son of Sirius for joining us today, bringing its energy. And then you can start to come fully back into your body. Start to move your hands, your feet, your neck. Maybe clap your hands and stamp your feet, and I thank you for listening. Satnam. So welcome back. Wow, I don't know how you felt, but for me it was, we were deep. We were deep into space, or the energy, and at one point I felt I could hardly speak. So I'm going to have to go back and listen to this and see if I actually did speak or if it was just silent, but I think I did. But it was a beautiful, beautiful energy, and we got the option. We went out into the universe and connected to the spiritual sun Sirius, and through our heart chakra, and then we got the vibration that went through Mother Earth, as I just heard it at this really low, like almost like thunder moving through, but in a beautiful way. Not like when you hear thunder and think, oh, I have to run inside. More like this, I don't know the English word for it, but low vibrating sound, and strong. And then it was like we were in the universe, and there was this portal coming up, or doorway or opening, and we got the option to move through it or not. And if we did, it closed behind us. So we've done something with our energy that we can't go back to how it was. So that's going to be really exciting to see what that can mean and how it will manifest and show up. And sometimes with these transformations and energetic work, it becomes so natural we don't even notice that we did it in another way a few weeks ago, or a month, or a half a year, or a year ago. So that's why I always like to write down what's happening in these journeys for myself, to then go back and look at and see, yeah, now the dots are lined up. There was something else. Oh yes, I felt this amazingly beautiful and strong gratitude coming from the universe, from Sirius, from Mother Earth, for all of us being here on Earth at this time, but also for all light workers, or everyone that is doing their work in some kind, meditating and yoga practices and whatever it can be, just to raise the vibration. And it can also be art and music and everything that is raising the vibration. I just felt this beautiful, beautiful gratitude to all of us, and also a little bit not extra, but another gratitude for everyone who's working with raising the vibration in any shape or form, whether it's conscious or unconscious. Sometimes we don't even know we are doing it, but our energy is doing something. So it's not something we need to walk around and think about in that aspect. Okay, so this was my first Zoom. I'm going to see if I managed to record it at all or what happened. But I'm thanking you so much for joining me, whether it was live here today or if it is in the replay on some social media channel. And I've muted everything, so except my voice, because I've heard that's what you were supposed to do. So I hope there isn't someone trying to speak or do something, because then I won't hear you today or right now. So have a lovely continuing of the 8th of July and the Lionsgate August, sorry, and the Lionsgate portal. And I am going to go for a swim right now, because we have the warmest day of all the summer today. So I'm thinking there can't have been any Swedes on this, or not any Swedes on the West Coast, because it is hot and you want to be outside. But I'm getting, it's a good feeling. It's getting you into that desert vibe. Yeah, so have a beautiful, and thank you again so much for listening and for being here on Earth and spreading your love and light. Satnam.